Hi everyone, welcome back. I thought we'd do a knitting podcast because I hadn't done one in a few weeks. And I have some updates, obviously. So the first, what we'll get to first, I guess, is my finished object update. I'm currently wearing it. It is the Holly Jolly sweater. I'll stand up so you can see some more. Look at this. Isn't it cute? It's the Holly Jolly sweater by High Five Knits. It is out now on Ravelry, the pattern. I was test knitting it. It overall went really well. Like honestly, the pattern was easy to follow. The charts were helpful. Like everything was the pattern was great. It looks a little big, but I purposely knit it a bit bigger because I like to like layer it so I don't have to turn on like the heat in the winter. But this is my finished object. It is done. It is completed. I am very excited and very happy to have it. I cannot wait to wear it, out more, honestly. That's all I wanted to do, was be able to wear it out. And then I guess we can get on to WIPs. I only have one at the moment because I'm doing another test knit. I know it's like two back to back, but to be honest, I didn't think I'd get this one either, so it's kind of exciting to get it. But it's called Wade's Sweater. I don't remember exactly. It was Paul, and I forgot his last name, so I'm not a very good test knitter, obviously. But it is like this really cute little sweater. I'll link his Instagram. Down below. That's where I found this, was on Instagram. But it's this cute, you can't really see it. Okay, there's like 3 colors. It's just a little stripe. It's going to be a cardigan, a little zip up moment, if you will. I have one panel. I haven't blocked this panel, but I have one panel done. I've got like 4 inches to go on the next one. On the second left side, I've done the right side. I'm going to do the left side. And then it's just the back and the sleeves. So that's going pretty well. This one needs to be done by December 3rd, so I'm hoping I can bust out a lot of it on the weekends. And then I have to like find a zipper because I've been kind of lazy and haven't bothered to buy one, because I want to have have it finished before I figure out which button I'm buying, or not button, zipper, which zipper I'm gonna buy. So I do have some new acquisitions then to show you. Just because I started a new project, and also my yarn store was having some construction, and so I walked in there to see if they had a zipper, but then also because I wanted to see the new space because they opened up a whole new room and I was so excited to see it. And I saw some really pretty yarn, so I bought it. I only bought 3 skeins, so I didn't spend that much, and I had some extra money that I could splurge on, so it was my little splurge purchase for the month. But first, the yarn I bought for the Wade Sweater test knit, he suggested that we do Lopi, I think. It's a wool. It's just a wool yarn. But Knit Pick Wool of the Andes is roughly the same. And my boyfriend wanted this one. I just showed him, we went online and I said, here's yarns that would work in the gauge range that we need, and I think you'll like. He doesn't like wool that's super scratchy, so even though this is like a cardigan that you wear over other clothes, I knew he'd probably gonna wear it over a t-shirt and he wasn't gonna like it if he could feel it on his arms. So we got Wool of the Andes. We did not get the superwash. I tried to get him to buy the superwash because I knew then he could throw it in the washing machine, but they didn't have all the colors he wanted. And so we didn't do that, but I did end up getting, he bought the yarn. I made him the deal. I would make him the sweater if he bought the yarn. I would have bought him the yarn anyways. But we got 10 in coal. This is quite a lot. And then we got a silver color, and we got this one called Drawing Room, which is a variegated color. It's very pretty. It's very nice. It's also very soft. I am using bamboo needles, which is a blessing and a curse with this yarn, because it's just so this one has some grip, the Wool of the Andes. Okay, this was the only one that wasn't, Wool of the Andes. This one is called Chroma. It's another Knit Picks yarn. It's superwash wool and nylon is the Chroma, this guy. And it's in the color drawing room. Everything else we got was Wool of the Andes, because he just wanted one variegated to like give it like a pop of color, a little variegation. But then we just got like a silver and this color. Oh, that's not the. And then one of this color called Blackberry, which is like a nice darker purple. It's when I opened the box, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought for a minute I had like 11 black ones in there, and like I was freaking out because this yarn in this with my like big overhead lights, because I was so excited I was opening it. It was like 6:30 at night when I got this yarn, and I was like, oh my god, I can finally start. This and the Blackberry looked almost the same color. They're not, thank God, but like they had me fooled for a minute. I was having a little panic attack. I thought, am I gonna have to go to the store tomorrow and buy some like close proximity to a Blackberry color, because you know I don't want to like not have it. But it works fine. It's I can show you guys on this finished one. It's not coming up so you can kind of see it. It's just purple. It's a darker purple, and then the Chroma in the middle, it like has this nice, it does that on both sides. It like has like a variation of like a pink to a green to a blue to like a gray color. It just like kind of they blend in really well, and they just look nice together. So I'm very excited to finish that. But yeah, that one will come out. I'll also link his, I'll link both the test knit, the writers, the designers I'm testing for. I'll link them both, their Instagrams down below. And then my last yarn acquisition. I also have some books to show you guys that I got, but my last yarn was kind of a splurge. Was this guy? Oh, that's much brighter pink on camera. This is not as bright in person. Neither of them are really. This is like a. Okay, so it's called so the yarn. They're all the same yarn. They're called vintage. They're machine washable, which is kind of why I like them, because like they're nice, they're soft, they're 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. But they're also, you know, they're soft. They're kind of soft. They come in really nice colors. I have not a bunch, but I have a decent chunk because I was gonna make some mittens out of this, but in different colors. But when I went in and I saw this pink, which is much softer in person, it's not as bright, although I do like it bright like the camera shows it. I just thought it was really pretty. And I've never seen this purple before, which is more of like a royal purple in person. I don't really know. It's very cute. I don't really have a plan for these. So that's exciting. There's just 100 grams in each one of these, so I have like 300 grams of yarn right here. I don't really have a plan. I just kind of bought them because I thought the color of the guava was nice, and I was worried they wouldn't have it, and then if I did go back for it later to like make something out of it, because I am, you know, in a pink mood recently, that they wouldn't have it and I'd have to ask them to order it or something. But yeah, other than that, I'm very excited that my yarn store has like expanded. I hope that they got some new yarns in there that I've heard good things about from other yarn, you know, podcasters. So I'm hoping that I get the chance to go in there and buy some. So the last acquisition I have is the book kind. So over the weekend, well, when you're watching this, it'll be the weekend before. I took a break, obviously. If you watch these videos, probably not. But you'll notice that I'm like missing a week. I went to like a town over. There's a used bookstore there that we really like to go to, and they're kind of nice because they just like, they have shelves, but like they also are not afraid to like overfill the shelves and stack things on the floor. And I don't know why, but like the vibe is good. I like the vibe. Because we had a used bookstore kind of like that in town, but they closed. They closed a long time ago, so we don't have one in the city we live in, but the town over has one. So, every like 6 months we go to we go over there. We get ramen and we go to the bookstore, and that is it's a good time. But they have a decent crafting section. They actually have a really good, like, they have a whole like pretty tall bookcase that is only quilting books, and then they have a shelf for like knitting, a shelf for crochet, a shelf for textiles and other like crafts. I think they have rug crafts, and I generally try to like look around and see if there's anything I might like, especially because it's usually cheaper than buying them new. Sometimes you can find older books, or just like things you don't know. I saw one that was like knit little dogs, and I was like, oh my god. I almost bought that, but I reined it in because I need to finish my test knits before I like knit little dogs or some nonsense. So if we ever go back and it's still there, I think I'm gonna buy it. Also, I was very much in the market this time. I had just dropped off like a whole box of books that I don't read at Goodwill. So I'm trying not to fill all the books I just took off the shelf with new books, because the reason I got the books off the shelf was because I don't read them and also don't have room for the books I already own with all the knickknacks that I put on the bookcase. So like it's a cycle, it's a vicious cycle. Me and my book buying habits. So I'm trying to be more mindful about the books I keep on my shelf. That will last me at least a month. I can feel it. I'm gonna walk into the like bookstore downtown in our city like next weekend, and I'm gonna buy books. I'm gonna do it. I can feel it. But the first book I have is Crocheted Lace. You can just do all sorts of lace. It covers the lei crochet motifs and Irish crochet, which I thought was kind of fun. I like to crochet. I have a bunch of crochet thread and I needed projects to get rid of it, and I'm hoping that this will have something I might want to do. I'm hoping it has this glove pattern. Honestly, that's what I'm hoping. Maybe a couple of doily patterns. I know I could just look them up really easy online, but there's something about having like a book to read it out of that like makes me feel accomplished. I don't know. And then the other one I got, I'm also very excited about because I wanted more like vintage historical knitting kind of patterns, more of that kind of stuff. I wanted to like just add some variety into my knitting and like try some older stuff. And I found Knitting Fashions of the 1940s, Styles, Patterns, and History by Jane Waller. And this one has just like, it has some like cute photos. It has a little history, like an introduction of like, some knitting stuff. It covers army knits that you would make, which is nice because then I have some like male knitting patterns, I guess. Here's some other things. It has twin sets you can make. I don't know, I just think they're kind of neat. I think I just found a doll. Okay, there's some dolls you can knit if you're into that. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Oh, this one's nice. They've also got this. I didn't look through it too much. I just was like, ooh, that sounds fun. And it's exactly what I wanted. So very exciting. I knew I can probably find most of these online, but like now I don't have to look through freeknittingpatterns.com, to like find them. So very excited. But it's just got a bunch of patterns. It also has some kids patterns. Don't have children. Probably won't knit these. And then it also covers, I guess, towards the 50s. I didn't actually look too closely, so you got to experience that little flip through with me. But I'm excited. Maybe after I finish my test knit, I'll make something out of that 1940s book. I'm gonna see if they have anything for this yarn I just bought. Especially because I have more of the same kind, so I can like supplement it a little if I need. But that's all I had. This is gonna be a short one because I knit very slow. I knit very slow and I like only knit on the weekends basically, so maybe I'll crank out like an hour or two before bed. I'm not really sure today. like when I'm recording this. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I had today. Not a lot, not a lot. I am gonna try, like I said in my last one, to not buy so much yarn. I think that'll help a little bit. I know I like just bought some yarn and I said I wasn't gonna do that, but um, everyone makes mistakes, I guess, and it could be worse. Could be worse. I only spent $30, so especially because this yarn is relatively cheaper. It's a cheaper yarn. I could have gone worse. It could have gone like $20 a skein, and then I really would have been hurting. But I didn't. I just bought pink yarn because I like pink yarn. If you can't tell from the sweater I knit, it's a peppermint. It's very cute. I like it. So yeah, that's all I have. Sorry, I got a little rambly towards the end. But I will see you guys in the next one. Yeah, have a good weekend.